DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, hope you're well. And it is Sunday. Oh, goodness, it's already 7 p.m. over here. And, I guess it must be because I'm a retired person and I didn't forget to do a vlog today. I just was doing other stuff and ended up not finding the time. Oh, my goodness. It's horrible. Yeah, it's true. Retired people have less time than people that are busy with a full day's work. Well, actually, I don't know if that's true, but yeah. So let me start correctly. I hope you're all well, and it has been one of those days that's been busy without being busy. Um, Yesterday was Saturday, and we had the family over, and my youngest grandson Matthew last week asked me. He said, "Grandpa, you rarely make spaghetti for us." Or no, actually, he said, "You never make spaghetti for us." Well, I usually end up making macaroni, and when they have pasta, and I make them pasta, it's usually macaroni and cheese because it's the type of thing that kids like, I guess. But um, they're a little bit fussy when it comes to sauces and stuff. So they like pasta, like their cheese and macaroni and stuff like that. But often they just like the pasta on its own. So like if I make them spaghetti, they will just want to have spaghetti, or they'll have the sauce to the side. So I made a spaghetti bolognese. I should have made a video of that because I made it with the Instant Pot. And what I do is I combine oh goodness, I could probably combine like three recipes and took the best of all three and put it together. It was about 3 pounds. Yeah, about 3 pounds, I guess, of, yeah, 3 pounds of meat, about mixed pork and beef. It was really, really good. It really was. It was excellent, even, if I dare say. And I cooked the pasta also in the Instant Pot, but there's a trick to that. But that's because you can't just, you got to know how to do it. It's not complicated, but you still have to know how to do it to get good al dente pasta, which I do. So anyway, we were all together. We had a good time. Um, had a few drinks. My son, he's left it at our place, but it's one of these ice making machines. So, because I rarely have any ice in the freezer, I just don't make any. And when you do make some, there's just not enough for real drinks. So you'd have to go and buy ice, which I don't. So with this ice making machine, uh, we had the Spanish vermouth actually, and the Spanish, or the Spaniards, make really good vermouth, and I brought some. No, that's something I bought over. I managed to get over here, but by mail. And so we were having, and you make it like a gin tonic. Basically, I was going to say, you cram these really big glasses that are like, almost going to say like soup bowls, and you put a lot of ice, and you put a lot of vermouth, a bit like you would do with a gin tonic. And so we had that, and I had a couple types of vermouth. So yeah, had to organize a designated driver because you can't expect that everybody's going to be drinking in the same, especially they live about it's a 20 minute, probably closer to 20-minute drive from here, 15-20 minutes. So that's far enough away. You want to have a designated driver. Actually, you should have a designated driver even if it was only 5 minutes away. Yeah, I didn't always do that when I was younger. Man, think about it. Sometimes I think, not very intelligent. Yeah, old days, but nothing happened, and I'm retired, and so here I am. Yeah, so getting back, so we had that, and it was good. It was fun, and Matthew was happy. Grandpa did it with him. He's funny. Some kids are into dinosaurs. Matthew is into the Titanic. I've mentioned this before. So I'm not going to go and repeat everything I said. But every weekend almost, he comes up here and I have him sit in a chair and we Google in Titanic and pull out images. And then he chooses which images he wants me to print because he cuts them out and makes, I guess, a scrapbook or something like that. So yeah. So yeah, the two grandkids, they were a lot of fun. I mean, I'm repeating myself a lot because that's what it is. They were a lot of fun. And today is Sunday, so had church this morning, and I'm gonna have to sneeze. We had church this morning, and I was the cameraman. And let me see. Excuse me. Trying to get away from having to sneeze. So yeah, I was the cameraman, and we've been having technical problems lately with the mics, and we have a mic like a wire cable and a wire. It's in the ceiling, and it comes down where I place the camera and plug it into the digicam. Because I use one of the old school digicams. It's actually frankly, it's the easiest way to film things. And we're not streaming live, so, it's easy. And the mic went out. But when it's plugged in, then the sound goes away. So it goes on mute, basically. Oh, so I had half of the message, more or less, that I don't know what happened. We don't know yet. But half of the message was taken with another mic, which is not connected to that wire. So it was coming out of the loudspeaker. So the sound was okay. Everybody's going to be able to hear what was said, but it's a different quality of sound. It's kind of booming, so to say. And the other thing, well, there's more echo, you can imagine. And the other thing in that is, of course, well, if I'm near the camera, I got to shut up, don't I? I mean, in this case, if I started saying something stupid, people would hear me saying my things. Yeah. So when I came over here anyway, so what was else? There was a video that didn't work. So anyway, I had to do a lot of editing this time to make it coherent. And well, yeah, so that was about it. So it was okay. And yeah, this afternoon we just kind of we vegged out a little bit. That's one of the things when you're a retired person. I don't know. Most retired people end up doing that, don't they? We ended up having, usually having a nap or something, or just a quiet time. I should almost say it's a quiet time after lunch. Yeah, and 2 video conferences, call it whatever you want, messenger calls in the afternoon. Mrs. DC's sister, which that went on for a while, and then with my mom also took a while. Yeah, and then there was all these things that took me a lot of time this week is writing my Christmas letter. Well, it's somewhere here. Yeah, so the yearly Christmas letter took quite a while, and busy. It's a problem with us retired people. And next week I'm going to try and do the Christmas cookies. Well, actually, I pretty much have to. Christmas is coming along, isn't it? What are we today? We're the 14th. Christmas is in 11 days. Yeah, well, more or less 10. The 14th is almost over now. Yeah. So that's about it for today. Oh, those people that say that retired people have a lot of time, they're wrong. Keep at your job. You'll have so much more time than being retired. You don't want to be retired. Retired is just such hard work. And that's a lie. Yeah. And by the way, if you're wondering, no, I'm not wearing a hat, as you can see. A lot of people have been calling me the Hat Man lately, which is pretty much true. But I never wear a hat. Well, I mean, I wear a hat if I'm getting ready to go outside. I'll just put it on before going out. But I was brought up that you don't wear hats in the house, so I rarely wear a hat unless it's, you know, for a video or something like that. But I've never gotten used to wearing a hat, let's say for a longer period in the house. For the way I was brought up, that was not polite anyway. But what I see is not being polite is speaking way too long like I have. So it's going to be a DC signing off. Take care, everybody, and well, probably already tomorrow, Tag Day. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.